coming on board.
And the last speaker that we'll be having for today, in the person of Mr. Tony Adike, the ED, the Executive Director, PBO Empowerment House. So say hi to the audience, please.
Good afternoon, amazing people. It's nice having you here with us today. It's our pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay. Are we excited to be here?
Yes, we are.
Now we'll be having our first speaker for the program to take us through everything that has to do with the data department in terms of registration and everything that you are supposed to know as a PBO. Mr. Presley, please.
Vivian, are you listening to something?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's good we're all here. So we have more people joining. So thank you, Ms. Precious. I think we should give them we should give an extra time, let's say a minute for others to join, because we still have more people joining while we start the section. So if you are here to send out the invite request for people to join, you can send them out now for people to join. So thank you for joining. We'll have more people joining here. All right. Okay, I believe we can start now. I don't know if you can all hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, today's training is going to be a very, 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 very special one. And we're going to go in depth of everything that has to do with the business. So first of all, I'm going to take you through an integral part of the system, which is the registration process. Now, it is very important. This is very important for us to know how to go about this. It might look like a very simple process. It is a simple process, but there are certain things we do miss out that at the end of the day affects whatever we do in the business. In terms of you earning what you're supposed to earn and you don't get to earn it. So there are some vital things that you are supposed to have done that you did not do. So I'm going to put you through every of this step by step on how you can go about this. So first of all, start with the registration process. So for you to register as a PBO, you must have heard about the business opportunity from a person. So for you to start the registration process, you have to get a referral link from the person. I don't know if you can all see my screen.
Yes, we can all see your screen. You can proceed.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you what a referral link looks like. And as we go on I'll also show you where you can get a referral link. So for the purpose of this section, I'm going to be using my referral link. And I'll show you how to go about it. So this is what a referral link looks like. If you can see my screen, I'm going to paste it here as well. This is what a referral link looks like. At the end of every referral link, you should have your username at the end of your referral link. If your referral link do not have your username, that's I'm talking to you as a PBO, sending out your referral link to someone. If you do not have your username at the end of your referral link, the referral link is not valid. So what happens is this: whenever the person is done doing the registration will not fall under you. And for that registration not to fall under you, there is no way you get the benefits of that person you're registering. Benefit in terms of referral bonus, commission, and all that. There is no way you're going to get the benefit from that person if the person is not properly registered under you. So we'll go on by clicking on the referral link to see where it takes us to. So all of this is live. I'm doing this live. So whatever I'm doing here, I'm doing it live. So we see if it's working or if it's not working. So we'll do it together here. So you can see here, you are referred by Omo Presley. So you have the name written here. So if you send you a link to someone, below this page, you have your name written here. You are referred by, if your name is Precious, you're referred by Precious. If your name is Simon, you're referred by Simon. So you have the name written here. So we'll go on to put in the email address you are going to register with. So now I'm putting myself as a first-time user. I'm trying to register into the platform. So all I have to do is to enter my email address. So note this: you're not permitted to have more than one account. So whatever email address you're trying to use, it should be an email address you're registering with for the first time. If you've registered with that email address before now and you do not have access to that email address, all you have to do is to reset your password. That is all you need to do. Reset your password to be able to have access to your accounts. There's no need creating another account on the system when you already have your email address registered on the system. So we'll go ahead by putting an email address here. So let me get an email address. So the email address we'll be using for this will be pboheadquarters@gmail.com. Then you choose the username you want to use for this registration. Note this: your username should be unique. It should be a name added with numbers. It should be unique. It should be something that has never been used. I'll give you an instance. My name is Presley. If I'm using Presley as my username, there's a possibility that someone else must have used that username on the system. So you have to make it unique by adding figures to it. And if it has been used before, you can as well select something else. So the username we'll be using here should be HQ001. That will be our username. Then password. Password should not contain any of your personal details. By personal details, I mean your personal name that you're using for the registration. Your password should contain something else entirely. So for the purpose of this, we're using the password, let's say Flourish001. So it shows there if it's weak, if it's strong, and if it's good enough for you to use. So this is weak. It's obviously not good enough for us to use. So we have to select something else to make sure it's good enough for us to use.
I'll just look that thing like this. How is all of us are in this country? Say? Why this one going to say yes? That one going to say no? That one going to say halfway? I didn't see now. Ah.
Hello, PBOs, ladies and gentlemen. Please exercise patience. In 2 minutes, we'll be back on. The network just yanked us off. So just be. Hello, PBOs. My name is Simon Nsubonge team from the PBO HQ, Lagos, Nigeria. This is an exciting edition that has come to stay, and this edition is always going to educate you on what you should know as a PBO. Yes, after signing up with that classic gold, that elite gold, that VIP, that gold PBO, and of course the associate PBO package, you will receive congratulations from us. But there are certain steps and there are certain information you should know as a PBO. So today we have 3 exciting keynote speakers who will be speaking to us today. The data manager, Presley Omo, he was just showing us the registration process. And of course, we have from the accounts team, Mrs. Anu. We also have Mr. Adike from the executive director's box. And today, we are going to be showing you what you should know as a PBO. So please stay tuned.
Yeah. His own is not, let him use his personal phone now.
Good afternoon, House. Apologies for that, for the break in transmission. I think
So before the network actually didn't allow us to continue, Presley Omo from the data team was talking about the restriction. The laptop. So please let's give him the audience. We are back to the registration process. Over to you, Mr. Presley.
All right. I'm so sorry for disruption. Thank you for having me back. So I believe we stopped here where we're trying to select a password. And I said that you have to use something that is strong enough for you to register with. So if the password is weak, you have it here. If it's not strong enough, you always get a notification about it. So what we'll be using will be, for the purpose of this, should be Lagos 2024. Lagos 2024. 2024. Let's use capital L for the Lagos. This is strong enough, Lagos 2024. So we'll be using this. So we'll be using this. We click on register. Now, a code will be sent to your mail. A code will be sent to your mail. All you need to do is to log into your email address and get the code that will be sent to you. So from my own end, the code has been sent to me already, and I will have to impute the code here. A code is always sent to you, so always check your mail to be sure you receive the email. 3, 5. So this is the code I received. I remember, like I stated earlier, it's a live presentation. So this is live, and we are doing all of this on the PBO website, which is pbonetwork.com. So click on verify code to verify the code that's been imputed here. Now we are on the onboarding page. Nice, we're on the onboarding page right now. So for the registration process, we have 2 types of accounts. It's either you're coming in, it's either you're creating a personal account or a corporate account. So for the purpose of this, we'll be using a personal profile. A personal profile. So click on the personal profile to continue. If you're using the corporate profile, you go ahead to click on the corporate profile to continue. So personal profile will continue, and surname we'll just be using random names here. So for phone number, please note that the phone number you're using should be a phone number that has not been registered with before now. So you have to ensure that the phone number is a new phone number that has not been used on the PBO portal. So the secondary phone number is optional. The secondary phone number is optional. Please note that. Okay. And now you add your passports. Note that this is a very important field. The passports you're adding, there's a size for it. It should not exceed 5 megabytes. So it's just a bust of you, not a full picture of you. So the passport should be able to show your face properly. So now for the purpose of this, we'll be adding something here. So it's done uploading. We'll continue to go to the next page. Lagos country. preferred language, currency. So the next page will be going to be the next of kin details, where you have to enter the information of your next of kin. So the next of kin, you add it. Like I said, for the purpose of this, we'll be entering in random names and figures. So just for the purpose of this illustration. So the last stage would be the account details page. So you can see that the registration process is a very simple process which doesn't take much of your time. If you have the details, it shouldn't exceed more than 3 minutes for you to go about this. So account name, you input your account name. Now, please note that your account name should be the same with the registration details you're using, the registration name you're using. For example, if I'm registering as Presley Omo, the account details should correspond with what I'm using for the registration. If not, you'll be having issues with payment. So always ensure the account name you have here is same with the registration name you're using. So the Swift code here is optional. So you can as well skip that and you choose your center. So here is where you select the center you're supposed to use. Then click here. You hereby click this to affirm that the information provided as a requirement for being a member of PWAN Business Owners, PBO, is true. Any false or inaccurate information given by me may result in the decline of my membership. So please ensure you read this as well, because we have situations whereby we've disabled so many accounts on the system. Now, most of the PBOs go ahead and practices some things that they do not know of, that they do not know that it is not in accordance with what you operate with. Like I stated earlier, you're not allowed to have more than one account. There are certain things which this with other speakers we speak about. So I'll just have to state some of them here. You're not allowed to have more than one account except it's a corporate. That's where you're meant to. That's where you're allowed to operate more than one account. So we have situations whereby you have some accounts being disabled, being deactivated. These are some of the issues that must have prompted that. So always ensure you go by the books. If you're opening an account, ensure that you're opening an account for yourself. Ensure that it's your account and it's just for you alone. Avoid opening more than one account. So right now we are done filling all of these informations. We can go ahead to submit to see if our registration will go through. Now our profile has been updated successfully. Like I earlier said, it's an online practical. All of this is live. So it's not a demo test. So all of this is live. So right now the registration has been done. This is where you find your total PV after payment has been made. After payment has been made and confirmed, which I'll put you through. Then this is where you have your PV Naira, home ownership value, your direct registration, number of your direct registrations under you. This is where you have it. Now, if there's any accounts you must have registered and you can't find the person under you, which I will show you where to find accounts under you. If you can't find the person under you, please endeavor to reach out to the PBO office via our email address, which will be imputed here as well on the chat section. The email address is pbo.p1group@gmail.com. pbo.p1group@gmail.com. So always ensure you reach out to the office and you always get a response. So now when you're reaching out to the office, have it in mind that we all have our unique usernames. So when you're reaching out to the PBO office, please, whenever you're trying to identify anyone, please use the usernames or the email address. Do not use personal names, because I'll give you an instance. My name is President Omo. We have so many President Omo on the system. I'm not just the only President Omo on the system. So for you to be precise about who you're speaking about or who you're talking of, ensure you use the email address or the username. And like I said earlier, I don't know if you can all see my screen very well. Like I said earlier, to get your referral link, all you have to do is come to the dashboard. The referral link must have username at the end of the link. And now this is the username for this registration we just did, which is HQ001. This is what makes the referral link valid. If you do not have the username at the end of the referral link, please note that the referral link is not valid. And what do you do when this happens? If your referral link is not valid, kindly reach out to the PBO office via the email address that will be on the chat section. Mr. Simon, you can as well pin the PBO address on the chat section. So we're going to go further to show you where you have your center details. Now, this is where you have your PBO center details. So now I'm going to walk you through all of these sections we have under the dashboard. So second, we have packages. Packages is where you buy your package, where you upgrade, and where you renew your package. So to buy package is a simple process, and I will always advise you to use the online gateway. It is faster and you get the results immediately. You get the results immediately. You do not have to wait for the PB office to confirm your payments. Confirmation of payments here is done automatically. When your payment is confirmed, you see your PV, you see everything you're supposed to get in your account. You do not have to wait for anybody to confirm anything. So now these are the packages we have in our accounts. So for you to purchase a package, all you need to do is to choose whatever package you're trying to purchase. For example, you're trying to purchase the VIP Gold package. You choose the package. Now, this is the online payment gateway. We have Flutterwave, we have Paystack, and this is the offline payments method, which is the cash deposit / bank transfer. Like I said, I will always advise you to use any of the online payment gateways, which is any of this, the Flutterwave or the Paystack. Now, note that any of the payments gateway you are choosing have different method you can use to make the payments. You have different options. So you have the option for you using your card, you have the USSD option, you have the bank option, you have the bank transfer option, you have the in-era. So whatever option you're comfortable with, you choose it to go ahead. So we'll skip that process and come down to, you have the founders bonus option, you have earnings, you have referrals. Referrals is where you have people under you. You also have your metrics. And you also have the register new member. Please always use the referral link to register. Whenever you want to register anyone, you send your link to the person. The moment the person clicks on the link, it takes the person to the registration portal. So for people who use this, note that this is a manual process whereby you have to select the upline, the spillover process, or the upline yourself. I will always advise you to use your link to do registration so that the system can automatically place this registration itself. So payments history. Now for all confirmed payments, this is where you find all your confirmed payments under the approved payments. If you submitted a payments proof, now I'm talking of those who are doing the offline payments method, who have not done the online payments method or using the online payments gateway. You'll find your payments under submitted payment proof. It is only when it is confirmed you have it under the approved. Note that Bonuses will not be paid to whoever is supposed to be paid to if your payment is still under the submitted payment proof and it's not under the approved. Now, the advantage of using the online payment gateway is that the moment you're done making the payment, it falls under the approved payments automatically, and you get your PV automatically. So that is it. So submit proof of payment is an offline way of submitting your proof of payment as well. So notification is where you get all your notification. Support ticket is where you submit all your support tickets. Now the profile method, the profile option here is where you see your personal profile. So this is your personal profile. Your full name, your username, your email address, your phone number, your date of birth, and your address. Note that some of these fields can be edited by you. So next of kin, you can also see the details of your next of kin. Then bank account information, you can see your bank information, your bank account information as well. For every change of account information, please write to the PBA office. For a change of account information, always write to the PBA office for any change of account information. So for notifications, here you'll be able to see it. Account activity, yes, security settings. Security settings, this is where you can also change your password. Now, for those of us who wants to change our password, all you need to do is to click on the profile option, come to the security settings and click on change password. Now, for you to reset your password, for example, you forgot your password, you cannot remember your password. I'll show you how to go about that. Now let's log out of this account so I can show you how to reset your password. It's an easy process. Now you can see email or username, password. If you have this information, you can put it. But if you cannot remember any of this information, all you need to do is to click on forgot your password. So when you click on forgot your password, enter the email address you used. When you enter the email address, click on send link. Now a link will be sent to you. So when you click on that link, it takes you direct to your accounts where you change the password. So all of this is an easy process. You need to know the right thing to do at the right time, because when you do not do these things, you might find yourself wanting in some situations. You might not get the necessary things you're supposed to get because you did not do the necessary thing you were supposed to do. So whatever information you're not clear with, whatever information you need to get that you're not clear with, always endeavor to reach out to us. The email address is stated there. Endeavor to reach out to us, write us, call us, and we'll always be glad to help you out. Thank you very much one more time for joining us, and I'll be handing over to the next person who is going to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Presley. That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Please, PBOs, in case if you have any question, please write them down, jot them down. After the presentation, after the last speaker, we'll be taking your questions. So please, if you have any question, just jot them down. And in case if you have not invited anybody yet, please keep on sharing so that other people can join this class. Thank you. So let's welcome our second speaker, in the person of Mrs. Anu Oluwapo. She'll be taking us on prescribed to ultimately unlocking your benefits as a P1 business owner.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Precious. Good
Welcome.
afternoon once again, our dearest and esteemed PDOs. I am very sure that you really enjoyed the presentation by Mr. Presley. So I'll be talking about prerequisites to optimally unlock your benefits as a P1 business owner. First of all, I would like to congratulate us because making the decision to be a PBO is like one of the best decisions you would make this year. You've joined this business for a very, very valid reason. Someone will say, okay, I want financial freedom. Another person will say, okay, I want career growth or personal development. It might even be because you want to get a car or own a home of your own. But whatever reason you have joined this business, you are on the right track. So for you to enjoy all the benefits that has to come with being a P1 business owner, I'd like to state some few points you need to take notes. While Mr. Presley was doing his presentation, he hinted on some of these notes, but I would still like to emphasize more on them so that we would not be making some errors and then we would not have issues when we are to enjoy our benefits. So the first one I'll be talking about is account linking. When Mr. Presley talked about the registration, he used a link to do the registration. So please, when you are done with your registration, go back, check your accounts if you have your sponsor linked to you. It is very, very important because there is actually a benefit that is supposed to go to your sponsor for bringing you into this business opportunity, into this life-changing opportunity. So your sponsor must always be linked to you. So also when you register people, you as the sponsor must be linked to your downline, to the person you have brought into the business, because it is a business where you build team. So you must have a link, you must always have a connection to the person that has brought you into the business, except you're saying, okay, nobody brought you into the business, then you are directly referred by the company. But in the event that you have somebody that brought you, please ensure that your sponsor is linked to your accounts. Then the second note I'll talk about is your account activation. Here we stated that you should ensure that your account is activated. What do I mean by account activation? You are advised to make use of the available online payment platforms for immediate account activation. And in the event that you paid money directly into the PBO account, please ensure that you correctly upload your evidence of payment so it can be confirmed. I would like to expatiate more on this. Just as Mr. Presley has said earlier, when you do your registration and you make your payments through the online platforms, we have Flutterwave. You can do your payment through Flutterwave. You can do your payments through Paystack. So once you do payments through those gateways, immediately you complete the process, your account is activated right away. You don't need to reach out to the office or start calling that, oh, you need to confirm my payment, this and that. And once your account is activated, every other thing is in order. But I know we have some people that are scared, like they don't want to do online transactions. But the truth is, at some point, you will do online transactions. Most of us, we buy from, say, Jumia, we make purchases from Konga, we do online transactions. We pay our children's school fees, even online. So I don't think there should be any restriction for people not to want to use the online payments. Also, it is really, really easy. It is really easy. It's a smooth process to use. But in the event that you pay money, ensure that you scan the correct evidence of payments and you upload it on your portal so that the PBO office, we can see the payments, confirm the payments in our account, and then approve your payments. With that, your account is good to go. Then I would like to talk about the third point. The third point is input of correct information. It's so funny that we would feel this point is, it doesn't really matter, like, don't I know my correct information? But we've seen situations where people impute information that are not correct. For example, we all know that the Nuban account numbers, they are just 10. Your account digits are supposed to be 10. But we have some people that would fill in like 11 digits. In situations like that, the person in the person receiving probably the referral bonus or commission, because we will just have to start calling the person that, oh, this, your information is wrong. Please kindly send us the correct information. While doing that, there might be delay. In short, at that point where we are trying to call you to rectify your account, it could be that your number would not even go through. So please, let us ensure that we fill in our correct information, like our names, our phone numbers, correct email addresses, account details. And then please let us ensure that the account name that we are using, it's the same thing with the name we registered with. Not that you will register with, say, my name is Anoluwapo. I will register my name is Anoluwapo Akinleye. And in my account details, I have another name entirely. Probably I'm using my daughter's name or my husband's name. No, it is not allowed. We would not acknowledge account details that are wrong. So we need your actual account details. So the name that you are registering with must be a name that has account details, valid account details. And also, let us note that the use of company accounts for individual registrations is not allowed. Not that I will register as an Oluwapo and I will now bring in my company to come and earn. Fine, you can register your company as a PBO on its own. If your company is a registered company and it has account details, it is allowed to do so. But now imputing your company account details for an individual registration, like for your person's registration, it is not allowed. So please let us stop making that error. And then for those of us that are just coming in, let us take note of this. So I would move to the next point, which is our renewal management. So here, we stated that track your renewal dates and ensure that you renew your accounts yearly so that you do not miss out on your referral bonuses, your sales commission, and promo qualifications. I know that joining this business, definitely everybody wants to make money. You want to make money too. So that is one of the reasons why you probably joined the business. Renewal an administrative fee that we pay yearly. Once you do your registration at once, with the registration, with the next 12 months, you are good to go. But after 12 months, you need to do your renewal. For Gold and Classic Gold PBO, your renewal fee is 50,000. And for Elite and VIP, your renewal is 100,000. Let me be more practical. Let me take, for example, today being 21st of June, 2024, I just registered as a Classic Gold PBO. In the next 12 months, that is by 20th June, 2025, the administrative fee that I have paid this year has expired. So by 21st June 2025, I'm supposed to renew my accounts. Please, if your account is not renewed, note that when you bring in people, like when you refer new people into the business, it might affect your referral bonuses from being paid. And we would not like to hold on to your referral bonus because you didn't renew your accounts, because we actually want you to enjoy the benefits of the business. So that is why you must renew your account. And also your sales commission. You know, when you just imagine that you are supposed to earn an indirect commission of like 2.5 million, and somebody is telling you that because you did not renew with 50,000, you cannot have access to that 2.5 million. You can see the price difference, like the gap difference between the money, just 50,000 to earn 2.5 million. Or even more, depending on how big the sale might be. So please let us not take this renewal as a joke. And also for promo qualifications, any promo that is being run by the PBO office, your renewal must be up to date. If you have qualified for the promo, but we see that your renewal is not up to date, we will withhold your benefits. This is just the company's policy. So it won't even take you so much to renew your account, so that every of the benefits that, there are a whole lot of benefits. There are a whole lot of benefits that will come to you, a whole lot of bonuses that you can enjoy. Recently, we paid our move up bonuses, and people earned as much as 6 million, 1.8 million, 1.2 million, 300,000, a lot, because they have qualified for the move up promos. And because they renewed, they were able to earn those benefits. So I wouldn't like anybody to miss out on benefits because of renewing your account with 50,000 or 100,000, depending on the package you are registered with. So let's not overflog this. Let me move to the next point, which is monitoring your growth. So you should always monitor your growth from your back end and ensure that your success lines are there and they are visible in your tree structure. What I mean by this is, when you join the business, you are enjoying the business, you want to bring some other people into the business. You want other people to benefit from it. After all, when other people are, when you are happy, other people are happy, it makes everybody really happy. So I believe that every one of us would always want to spread this opportunity, let people know that, okay, this is what I'm doing that is making me earn so much money. This is what I'm doing that is making me be able to achieve these things that I'm achieving. And when people pick interest in the business, you register them. That means you have recruited them. They become your success lines. So the people that you have brought in are your success lines. And once you send them your link, because when you want to register them, it is pertinent to use your link for their registration. You send them their link. Sorry, you send them your link for their registration, so that there will not be any break in the tree. So you would appear as their sponsor. But at your back end, you can still see the people that you have registered. You can monitor your growth and know how you are progressing. So always ensure that your success lines are there. In case you have any challenge, or probably you registered somebody and you're not seeing the person on your tree structure, you have the right to reach out to us and complain. Tell us, oh, you have registered this person, you don't know what the issue is, and we would check it up for you and we would correct any error that might have occurred in the process of the registration. Okay, so to our next point is information updates. Information updates. In the event that you recently officially changed a vital information, for example, say I was using my maiden name before, and now I've changed my name officially, I've changed the bank information officially, and I want it to be corrected, like to be updated with the office. So what you would do for us is to reach out to us through our email or our various official lines to update such information. For some people, it could be their bank information. Probably you have one issue with the current bank you are using, you might want to change for another reason. You might want to change your bank account details. Probably you say you were using Zenith Bank before and you want to decide to use GT, or you want to change to a microfinance bank. You need to reach out to our office so that we can update such information for you, your phone number, your address, your next of kin information, and any other information that is important to you. Please, when you have any, don't just ignore. Don't just ignore that there's no need for me to update this. There might be a need for us to reach out to you from the office, and we check your profile, we pick the phone number, and we're asking, is this so and so person? I'm calling from the PBO office. And the person is saying, no, I don't know who this is. You know, it doesn't, it's like breaking the chain of communication. We cannot reach out to you through phone number, or probably your email address, the one you used before. Probably you couldn't retrieve it for a reason or the other, and you have a new one. It needs to be updated, because we would always like to reach out to you via the information that you have provided for us to use. So I'd like to go to the next point, which talks about account integrity. One of our core values in P1 is integrity. In short, that's our third core value. Our core value is ARISE: accountability, responsibility, integrity, service, and excellence. Integrity is one of our core values. So the integrity, we don't just want it to come from the company to the PBOs to our clients. We also want integrity from our PBOs too, because anywhere you are representing the company. You are affiliated to the company. Once you say, oh, you work with P1, they will already know that whatever we are doing with so much integrity. So we are now telling you that we should please avoid conflicting or multiple accounts on the PBO websites to prevent the risk of account deactivation. What do we mean by this? Let me still use myself as an example. Say, my name is Anoluwapo Akinleye. I now open Anoluwapo Akinleye. I use my bank account information. I still opened another account. Probably I put Anoluwapo O Akinleye. You know that I'm just one and same person opening multiple accounts. Please, it is not allowed. You as a person, if you have a company and you want to register yourself as an individual, you can do your company's registration, because company is like a separate legal entity from its owner. That is what it is. So you can do your company registration aside, and you can do your personal registration aside, but not for an individual creating multiple accounts. It is not allowed. You would face the risk of account deactivation. So these are some of the points that you need to take notes, some of the things you need to take notes, the prerequisites, so that you will not have any issues with getting your benefits as a P1 business owner. Here, I would like to draw the curtain, and I want to say thank you very much for listening. And in case you have questions from this session, you can note it down. You can note it down, and it will be addressed after the end of this session. We still have somebody, our ED, coming on board to take the final session with us. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Anoluwapo.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Anu. That was a wonderful presentation. Our PBOs, I hope you enjoyed this section. In case if you have any question like you had asked, kindly jot it down. At the end of the last section, which is the last speaker that will be coming up now. We will take your questions one after the other. So now we are going to call our ED, Mr. Tony, to come and take us on the obligations as a PBO. Mr. Tony, are you there?
Yes, thank you very much, Precious. I'm far and wide for being part of this session. And I want to say that for everybody that is here today, you will not regret being here. Now, the essence of the session is not to say that you don't understand or you don't know, or to some people it may be repetition of events. But then that's not so. Because we discovered that we have been having some issues of recent, and there's a need for us to address them. Now, it's more like we provide a solution to cases that have been emanating since the beginning of this year to today. Now, Mr. Presley took us through the training session. Now, to so many of us, we assume that we will have understanding of everything he has said. But then that may not be the case. Now, I always tell the PBOs that when you say a registration is complete, that means you have crossed the T's and dotted the I. What do I mean by this? When you have done your registration and there's no sponsor, that means your registration is not correct. When you have done your registration and there's no upload of payment, your registration is not correct. When you have done your registration and the details are not there, for example, the most common among them is when people upload payments. They upload the receipt. But most times, you discover that the receipt does not come with a name. Now, for that situation, there's a provision that you are expected, there's a provision that was made that you are expected to put in the description in the form of payment instruction. Now, what people do, they just impute anything. This will hinder us from confirming the payment. Why? Because on the receipt, there's no detailed information of who made the payment. And if you remember, you can make payment for even a third party. You can make payment through different means or modes. For example, POS, ATM, and the vendors outside. And when you make this payment, they don't come with your name, they don't come with your information. They come with the information of the person. And when you upload this information and we are not able to confirm it, then it hinders the process of confirmation and delays your commission, which is a primary thing for every PBO around. That's why I get a whole lot of calls that I have not been paid my referral bonus. But unfortunately, when it comes to registration, we in the PBO office don't do registration for people. You do the registration yourself. Once you make a complaint, we say, send us the username. And from the username, we do our findings. And that's the only time we know that, okay, there is no payment uploaded, this payment is not linked. That is why we are going through the process of registration. Once again. So we have that understanding of where the issue may be coming from. And I have to say here, we are on ground to assist you the best way we can to ensure that you get your referral bonus. Right? Because it's what you have worked for, it's your sweat, and you deserve it, and you get it. Once you meet the necessary condition, and one of our conditions for referral bonus is that you have to be active. The minimum level for commission payment is gold PBO. So if you're an assistant PBO, if you're an associate PBO, you don't get paid. You not getting paid does not mean that you are going to forfeit your payments. No, we paid once, but we're going to look at a few items, and that has to do with two kind of accounts we have. Now we have the corporate accounts and individual accounts or personal accounts, right? Now, please, I want everyone to pay attention to this. Now, the brain of the challenge you have been having recently is emanating from here. And this happens because people end up having multiple accounts. Now, the consequence of having multiple accounts is that you'll be distorting the structural flow, the chain, and the tree of individual PBOs. For example, me having two accounts, one linked to Mr. A and the other one linked to Mr. B. And at the end of the day, if they ask the PBO, or if they ask me how many PBOs have I registered, I will say I have 30. Why would I say I have 30? Because if you sum up both accounts, I've been having 30 PBOs, whereas it's not supposed to be so. Right? Because in your pot, you have divided the two accounts. You have two accounts, and the two accounts you have divided the prospects, probably 15-15, 10-20, or whatever. But then it alters the flow of your chain or of your tree. Now, going back to the account, the corporate account is actually meant for companies or enterprises. Okay? And on this account, you can have multiple accounts because in the business populace, there's what we call an entity. We say a man is an entity as well as a company being an entity. Why? Because it is incorporated, it is registered. Okay? Even though it does not have face, we assume it's an individual. So you can have, if you choose to, have multiple accounts in the corporate session. Right? You can have Mr. Account ABC Limited or enterprises, then have DHE as a person. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a certificate in corporation to show that this account is registered with CAC, they will not have any issue with that because it has a different liability from the other account. Now, when it comes to a personal account, you are just one person and you bear a name. So you cannot open a multiple account with an individual account. But that is what PBOs have been doing. They will open an account with Mr. A and then go ahead to open an account with Mr. B. In most cases, their story is that I don't like the face of this person is not treating me well, and so on and so forth. Now, what this does is that we have issues of payments. We have complaints. We have distortion of information, of ranking, of tree. And at the end of the day, when it's sent to the PBO office and we discover this thing, we will disqualify you from whatever you're supposed to get. Because the consequence will not only be bared by you, but be bared by us and other PBOs. Why so? Because whatever you feed to the system is what the system gives you back. That's garbage in, garbage out. So if you provide the system with wrong information, the system will also give you wrong information. And based on what we see on the back end is what we work with. Like I said earlier on, we don't do registration for persons. So we don't end up being accused of manipulating the system. That's why most times the office will not ask you to send in your password, because don't need your password to anything. You are the owner of the password. All we need is your username. Send us your username. I will do our finding and then clarify. Now, if you have been having or you have multiple accounts, you can reach out to the office so we can correct it. Otherwise, if you discover, then you face the mission. Because whatever happens to the system will affect everybody. Whatever happens to the system will affect everybody. And we are trying to avoid it. Like I said earlier on, the essence of this is to provide solution to the challenge we are having. Because we have a lot of people calling that we refuse to pay. And all these things are tied to payment. Because when the chains are not right, when there's no sponsor, you don't have, you have not done your, it will affect the system. And we, as regulating body, we will not clear you for any commission or referral bonus. Okay. Now, in respect of the corporate account, also I have to put this in. Now, most people open corporate accounts or individual accounts and use a different account name. I have said it several times. That will not be entertained. Right? If you are opening a company account, if you come with a company name, if you are opening an individual account, if you come with an individual name, now we understand the practices that go behind in most of our PBOs. Some of them may use a minor. They open an account with a minor. And then because they don't want us to know, they distort the information and they put their own personal account or put a different account in order to shortchange the system. That's why I have to put a foot down that if you're having an account, the account name must be same with the username is opening the account. If it's a company name, the same thing apply. If otherwise, you will not be paid your referral bonus or your commission, which we have been carrying out. So if you fall into this category and have not received your referral bonus or commission, kindly note this most likely may be the case, among other issues. So you can reach out to the PBO office and we address it and tell you what to do to earn your referral bonus or commission. Now we are going to the next slide, which is metrics and the structure. Like I equally said earlier on. Now, when the issue of multi-account account comes in, right, it has a great effect on the metrics and the structure of an individual PBO stream. Now, you not linking your account to a sponsor is one of the challenges we have concerning the metrics and the structure. You will have a multiple accounts, the same issue that we have. Because when they are making a sale, which most of us PBOs do, and probably forget, and they will send a different username to the affiliate. And when the affiliate process that commission based on what the username is sent, and they discover they have made a mistake, they will be calling the office to say, no, it's a mistake, please buy the account. That will not do. Because that's what you brought upon yourself, and you have to bear it. That is the only way we can sanitize the system. Because when we migrated from the old platform to the new platform, so many people saw it as an opportunity, a window, with the belief and the thoughts that we don't have a record of our own to mitigate these challenges. So they felt it wise to manipulate the system, they twist information to swap sponsors. And nobody's going to know. But like some of them have discovered, we have been finding them out and be dealing with them decisively. And this time, we are not going to take, I'm sorry, it's a mistake. Because most times they say it's a mistake. It's done by ignorance. It's not done by ignorance. Even if it's done by ignorance, we are bringing it to the face of everybody that it will not be accepted. Let's do the right thing at the right time. Let's help the system to have integrity. So we don't accuse ourselves. Now, let me tell you a secret. Let me put you through a secret. Now, when you swap a sponsor, a success line, and the person for adventure makes a sale, probably a huge sale, the affiliate is obliged to appreciate, to honor the person. And by so doing, they will display the picture of the person. Now, when they display the picture of the person, then everybody will see who the person is. And these people will start coming forward to say, this person is my sponsor. And when it happens, then we blame for it, not us. So I'm using this opportunity to beg us, please don't desist from this practice. It's not good for us, and it's not good for the organization. Because if this is the dream you have concerning the organization, then it's not the dream we have for the organization. So let's please desist from this. Okay? Because we know where we are going to. We have a whole lot of protection, a whole lot of benefits in this system for everybody. Because whatever I think you are doing and being smart about it, whatever goes around comes around, it will get to your turn. And same thing will dish to you. So let's desist from these practices, right? And work toward enjoying benefits that are entitled to us. Now, we are looking at the ranks and packages. I've been having complaints and calls concerning. Formerly, I was a classic good. Now on the new website, I'm a good PBO. I'm an assistant manager, but I can't see my rank on the new website. Now, I want to assure everybody listening to me today, and probably can still pass information across to your colleagues that are not first today. Now, whatever rank you have attained before now, which in 2020, 21, 22, 23, so on and so forth. I'm saying to you today that rank still remains intact. Nothing is altered. Even though it may not be reflecting on the dashboard for the now, because we are still working vigorously to ensure that we have a perfect system. Right? We still maintain the status quo of every level, rank obtained before the migration by any PBO, be it associate, gold, elite, VIP, assistant manager, and so on and so forth. So allay your fear. If you're an assistant manager, you still remain an assistant manager. So nothing is changed concerning that. We may, however, ask to give us the proof to collaborate with what we have on the system. Right? Because we have to do this for check and balances. It's not that we don't have the information, but we have to do this for check and balances. Because one thing I don't entertain is when people call to say, my colleague is this level or rank, but it's not showing. Most I don't attend to them because I feel they don't have the information to give to me. So for me to verify, the person has to prove to me that the person is to collaborate with what we have on the system. As simple as that. And I believe that is not difficult for anybody to get. Now, the next slide we have. Now we're going to be talking about minor registration. Minors can register, but on one condition. That's the condition of in-home ownership. Now we have been getting reports concerning this minors registration and enjoying the benefits of PBUs, of sales, benefits of renewals, right? Now, in some cases, we can't help it. Why? Because, like all human beings, we try to circumvent the system, right? But then what it should be is this. Minors are not supposed to receive commission. Why? Because they are still minors. They cannot go into any legal contracts that are below 18 years. Until they become 18, then they can go into legal contract. Because they cannot be taken to the police station. They cannot be held accountable for their action by law and by constitution. So that's why we are saying they can't earn commission or referral bonus until they are 18. Now, the practices we have been experiencing and the confession and the complaint we have been hearing is that so many PBOs have been using their children in closing deals and enjoying referral bonus. I will not blame the athletes because, like I said, we don't do registration for the PBOs, they do registration by themselves. And they alter the information to make the minor appear as adults. Now, in some cases, we see them. Some cases, we don't see them. But posterity will always bring us to get to see them. Because when an issue comes in and we start making an inquiry, we always discover that these persons are minor. And now we don't want to sound as if we are threatening anybody. We are saying this for the good of everybody. Right? Let's let the sleeping dog lie. Do the right thing, and you enjoy your benefits. Don't shortchange those that are supposed to be your success line or your outline. Because what you are trying to do is shortchange them. There are other options of how you can go about it, but not putting your children that are below 18 to enjoy the benefits that your sponsor is supposed to enjoy. It's very unfair to man and unfair to God. So please desist from this. Like I said, you can open, you can have access to, for a personal account, you have one, for a corporate account, you can open multiple accounts, as long as they are registered. Because every company is seen as an entity, a living being. So it can be sued and be sued. It can do business and can enter into contract. So you can go through that route rather than putting your children to deny those that are supposed to enjoy the benefit of commission and referral bonus. I have called to bring it to the system. I have called to introduce to the system where you have making a living, to deny them of that opportunity. And this morning or afternoon, we are sounding a strong warning to everybody. This has to stop because it has been prevailing and persistent for long. We are getting the report, and it's not good for the system, and it's not good for our PBOs. And it's very disheartening, and it's not good. It's not fair. It's not fair. Like I said, what goes around comes around. If it happens to you, how will you feel? Right? So let's please stop this practice. It's not fair to the system. I beg of us all. Now, like I said earlier on, the essence of this presentation is to provide solution to the pending challenges and difficulties we have been having as PBO and staff likewise, because it doesn't do us well. It doesn't speak of well of us when PBOs call to say, I have not gotten payments. It's not as if we don't have the money. We have enough money to pay. But then, when everybody do the right thing, then we will all smile. I don't feel good when people come here and say, Tony, I have not gotten my payment. I have not gone for 3 months, 2 months, 8 months. Like I said, once you are qualified for it and meet the condition, you'll be paid your referral bonus, you'll be paid your commission. I intervene in favor of PBOs because the responsibility of the PBO office is to see to the affairs of every PBO, both great and small. That's our responsibility. That's what we have been serving to do. It's not to start fighting PBOs, no. Because you could bring in the fund that settles our bill. So it cannot be one-sided. I'm not working for myself. I'm working for the generality of the PBOs. And the only way we can make them happy is providing an essential service and perfect service. So we need your assistance. We need your cooperation to make the system work. Because without you, we can't be here. And once again, I want to appreciate everybody that have joined this session. Name still remain Anthony Adikea, EDPBO, and it's my pleasure to have you this day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful section. PBOs, I hope you all enjoyed this presentation. And I hope you have all learned a lot from this presentation. Now you won't be having problems of registration.
Yes,
So
we
let's
do.
take your question now. If you have any questions,
Yes, we do.
I see you.
For such a wonderful presentation.
Okay, thank you, Ma. If you know you have any question, please indicate that you have a question. Then we can call you up to ask your question. If you have any question, please indicate, please.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Good
Hello,
afternoon,
please, if you have,
everybody.
hello, please, if you have a question, we will be taking the questions based on you raising your hands. So if you're not raising your hand, we will not give you permission to speak, so we can
I cannot
conduct
even
the
see
question
raise
session
hand
carefully.
option.
Please raise your hands and we'll assist you to get your questions across to the keynote speakers for today. So before we go on, we have the first caller of the day, Ayo Onoba. Please tell us your name, your location, and proceed to your question.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Ayo Onoba. I'm calling in from Lagos because my concern is that just all that you have said now, I have some my branch is not my downline did the pilot and was not able to send. Hello, Ayo Onoba is talking. Please, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we
Hello,
can hear
Ayo
you.
Onoba is talking.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So what I would like to suggest, mine is not a question per se. What I would like to suggest is that if there are people like that, why don't you reach out to them on email? I mean, through their email, let them know what they have done wrong. Like one of my downline, I've been battling with a lot of my downline registration. It's either their parents has not been approved, or they say they can't find their name. Even when they have to collect benefits, they can't collect benefits. Like that one, that they her own process line device itself. I was not able to get that 2.5 because they said he has problem with her registration. Why not have it at the point of that payment that we find that there's a problem with registration? If there is a problem with registration, I think the PPO office should contact whoever has the problem. By free, I don't know, I can't see that so many people have problems. So I don't know about my own rank. I'm supposed to be a manager. It's not written on my page.
Hello, Ayo. Hello, Ayo. Hello, Ayo Onoba. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Ayo Onoba, we are struggling to hear you clearly. Are you getting me? So I would actually advise you go to the chat room and type your question so we can read it out and you can get clarity. Please, Ayo, I hope this will be the best so that we can proceed to the other viewers. So let's have your questions on the chat room. We cannot hear you. We are struggling to hear you clearly. We really want to assist you on this. So we need to move on very quickly. Let's have Bibi Nweze. Bibi Nweze, your time is now. Please tell us your name, your location, and of course, proceed to your question.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'll be very brief. My name is Vivian, and my question is if renewal. Thank you for the training. Thank you, team. So since we can do direct registration online and complete it, can we also do renewal online and get it completed?
Yes, you can renew online. Yes, you can renew with your card, through Flutterwave, through Paystack, with transfer. Of course, that is possible with the website.
Okay, my second question is, I've not been able to get a clear answer on this. I've asked before, is if a PBO can also buy a property and then get their commissions and all.
Okay, I'm going to allow the ED PBO Empowerment House to throw more light on that. Hello, sir.
Okay, madam, good afternoon. You
Good
said if you can
afternoon.
buy a property and get your commission.
If a PBO can, maybe there is a property the PBO is interested in outside the home ownership project and want to buy a property, how does it work? Will the person also get their commission, and does the same process apply?
Okay, well, see, it doesn't apply. Why so? Also, we practice a multi-level marketing system. That means when you refer somebody, you want to buy a property, the person that you refer to get the benefit. So it's more like you can't eat your cake and have it. You can't be buying property and getting commission from it. That same thing. Doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
I want to sleep. Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out everyone who raised up their hands. I can't possibly see anyone right now. Please, if you did raise up your hand, let me see it right. Okay, we have Joe Hillary. Please tell us your name, your location, and proceed to your question.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Name is Larry Joy from Port Harcourt. Please, sir, you said when making a registration, it should be the same with your name. Your registered name should be the same with your your bank details. Okay,
Yes.
so my question is, if you've made a mistake, how can you edit your name? Is there any room for such editing to be done?
Okay, regarding
Let me
registrations. Okay.
No, go ahead, Simon.
Okay, so regarding all your registrations as an individual, if be it a corporate account, an individual account, personal account, and you want to change or update any information regarding your portal, all you have to do is to reach out to the PBO office via our official email address, pbo.p1group@gmail.com. You can send your username on that email and also attach your updated information, be it your bank detail or your residential detail or any other updated information, and we will treat it as soon as we see it. Trust me. So that's the only valid channel you should go. It is not, you're not going to see that on your dashboard.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, in addition, there are some information we are not allowed to edit.
Okay.
Because no want people to be changing accounts periodically. Because when they keep changing accounts, it becomes suspicious.
Okay.
But the only way you can change your accounts, since you said you are aware that it's a mistake, all you have to do is call the office and send the actual account detail or information, and they will do the correction for you.
Okay, sir. Let me get the email correctly. pbo.p1group@gmail.com, right? Okay.
Yes,
all right. Thank you so much.
Okay, yes. Before we go on to the next speaker, we have few questions on the chat. And like we allowed Ayo Onoba to go through the chat. Let's hear from her before we proceed. From Ayo Onoba, please, can a PBO with registration problems be contacted through email to know what they did wrong? Let me go again. Please, can any PBO with registration problems be contacted through email to know what they did wrong? One of my success line is having a problem with receiving a referral bonus because the buy to sell office said her registration is not right. And also my rank as a manager is not showing. I don't know the reason. I believe we have the data manager on this platform. He is going to assist us with that response. Mr. Presley.
Okay, please, Mr. Simon, please, can you repeat that question again?
Okay. The first question there, I think there are two questions there. Please, can any PBO with registration problems be contacted through email to know what they did wrong? Number one. Should I go on?
Yes, go on.
And the second question is, one of my success line is having a problem with receiving her bonus because the buy to sell office said her registration is not right. I believe that is commissions. And also my rank as a manager is not showing. I don't know the reason.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Simon. We've simplified everything well enough for everyone to understand and to be able to use. Now you all have your dashboard, you all have your accounts. What you expect from me, what we expect from you is not a rocket science, it's not simple. It's just simple. All we need for you to make sure you have your, I want to believe you can all hear me, is to make sure you have your payments registered in your account if you did not pay automatically using the online payment gateway. Have your payment registered in your account, your payment is confirmed. When all of this is done, I don't believe you have any issue, anything you're supposed to earn. So just make sure that your account is active, because if your account is not active, that's when you have issues like this. Then for the issue whereby you do not have your status recorded in your accounts. For example, if you're a manager, you don't have your account showing manager, if you're an assistant manager, it's a general issue. It has not been updated yet on our own end because of what we're working on. So in all accounts, you do not have it stated that you're an assistant manager, you're a manager. We have these records. And like it was stated earlier, that whatever level you have attained, it remains valid to date. If you're an assistant manager previously on the previous system, it's still valid. Whatever level you've attained on the system, it's still valid. Manager, you're a manager. We know that you're a manager. If you're an assistant manager, we know that you're an assistant manager because we have these records, and you can also see it on your end as well with the number of people you've recruited in your account that are showing in your metrics tree. So all of these have been simplified well enough in your dashboard, in your accounts. So always make sure you log into your portal to see that you have the valid approved payments to qualify you for anything. Be sure you are active on the system. If your account is due for renewal, for example, you paid this year, ensure that on that date, before that date next year, you must have renewed your accounts. Always ensure you are up to date in all of these things. If not, you're going to miss out on lots of benefits and lots of benefits that you're supposed to get. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Presley. We are going back to,
Okay.
we believe that those questions have been answered. Okay, Mr. Tony wants to add to what Mr. Presley has said. So over to you, sir.
Okay, concerning your second question, I have said it, I will continue to say it. When an affiliate says you are not eligible for a commission, they should be able to make it explicit to say, okay, because of this, saw this on the system, you have not renewed, you are not active, or whatever. But they can't tell you that your account, something is wrong with your account, without telling you what is wrong with your account, because they have access to your data. So is it that your account is not active, or you're an associate, or whatever? They should be able to say, okay, this is what is wrong with your account. So if anybody is coming to the PPO office, they will say, this affiliate says that my account is not active, that I'm not an assistant manager, so on and so forth. It is your right to know, your right to inquire. They have to give the right answer, because that's how the system has been built. If I'm denying you whatever, the federal bonus, I should be able to say, okay, because you are not active, that's why I'm not paying you, right? Or say because you're an associate PBO, that's why I'm not paying, because one of the prerequisites for you to receive the federal bonus is that you should be minimum a good PBO, right? So when you achieve that status, then you be paid. So if any affiliate says, okay, we are not going to pay you, then if you tell the reason why they are not going to pay you, then if the reason is quite enough and it has to do with the PB office, then you come to the PB office and then we rectify and give them the go ahead to carry out.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for that contribution. We are going to be running very quick because time is against us. This meeting was scheduled for 1 hour, 30 minutes. We are already past that time. So we are going to quickly have Oge. Oge, can you speak to us? Tell us your name, your location, and of course your question. I'm going to go back to the chat room shortly to read out the questions from the chat room. Okay, please, your time starts now. You have 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ogechi. I'm PBO based in Enugu State. Okay, I'm going to meet my question. I have plenty, but let me just ask one question. I registered 2 PBOs. One was in December last year, the other one, January this year, and both of them are 2 classic good PBOs. Up till now, my referral bonus has not been paid. And I know I don't have any issue with my account. I've written mails, I've even chatted some of the PBO staff privately to find out what the issue is. Up till now, sometimes my mails are neglected. So as I heard about this meeting, I had to join because I've already cancelled the fact that maybe they've stopped paying referral bonus. I've already cancelled it in my mind that maybe I won't get my referral bonus. So my problem here is communication is very key in any relationship, in any organization. But the fact that you write mails, because that's the only way you can communicate to these people, and your mails are ignored. You ask questions, nobody asks you. I've asked everybody, is there any problem? What am I doing wrong? Nobody is asking me. They'll tell me, okay, upload this. I'll say, okay, I've done it already. It's already done on the system. I'll still go ahead and do it again. Nobody talks about, nobody answers your email. So I'm asking, is there any way? I know how busy PB office can be and all that, because people in Lagos tells me, okay, look at how it is, look at how it is. But my own is that at least when somebody sends an email across, if there's any problem concerning that particular situation, you let us know so we can correct ourselves from this end. Sometimes I feel PBOs outside Lagos are even being neglected whenever it comes to issues like this. So please, I'm asking if they can look into this issue, why my referral bonuses for the 2 classic gold PBOs I registered has not been paid 6 months after I did registration. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. First and foremost, we want to apologize for the miscommunication breach. However, I don't know the email address you send the information to, but our official email address is pbo.p1group@gmail.com. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Secondly, I want to we will drop the username of the 2 PBOs on the platform so we can
okay.
Them up. Now, however, I have to mention that for you to earn referral bonus, I don't know if you are aware, you're expected to be an assistant manager.
Yes. Right? I am an assistant manager. I have 7 PBOs. I have 7 classic PBOs under me.
Okay, for the others that have been paid, it's just many 2. Hello.
It's just the other ones have been registered since 2022. These ones are the recent ones I did. They've not been paid, but the others were paid in the past.
Okay, problem. That means okay, no worry. Don't drop the email address. We'll check it. We'll check what the issue. Like I said before, okay. You know what the issue. Okay. Now, for the benefits of everybody, our official email address is pio.p1group@gmail.com. Once you send the message, it will be attended to. I'm assuring you. Okay. However, we are
Okay. Thank you very much.
That's what
right.
Captain Holiday, do not rank you Captain Head of, do not rank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. We are going to be having Tolu Lokbe Ahmed. Please, you have 1 minute to ask a question.
Captain.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, before we go on to Tolukwe Ahmed, please, the last caller, okay, please, can you provide the 2 usernames to us on the chat room so we can pick it up and treat it immediately? Let's have Tolukwe.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you, Tolukwe. Go ahead.
My question is, I had someone that just registered about a few days ago. Though I'm new in the business, I just registered this month. But while doing the registration, when she got the code that was sent to her email for email verification, she put in the code, but it told her it was wrong. And then that's when she contacted me. And I told her to check it again and put it in, but she told me it wasn't going on. So my sponsor told me to tell her that she should just go and log in. But later on when I chatted her, she told me she didn't go and log in. She just said to wait and see what will happen. If it happens that she didn't put the code to verify the email, can she start the registration all over again?
No. Now, the code issue is very simple. Once you have produced the first code, it tells you incorrect. All you have to do is to go back to the email address. Another code has been sent automatically. So you pick up that simple code and continue. And if it tells you it's incorrect, probably the time limit, the time you must have input the code, it must have expired. You have to take up another code. They will continue sending codes till you get the right one. So in case you want to start the process all over again, just go on to www.pbonetwork.com, get to login, put the username and the password of that account there. And it will ask you for a code. Go to the email immediately. It should give you a new code entirely. And if you put that new code is incorrect, check another one till you get it. It is quite simple.
Please, can you repeat the website again?
www.pbonetwork.com.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tolupe.
Now, before I go, I like the question you asked. It's very, very important question. Now, once you do your registration and you're having issues with code, now we know that what was registration. And the cost of that is this: you have multiple people on the system. But once you have engage and use an email on that system, the system automatically stores that. Also, in most cases, when you have this, it can tell you that email exists because the system has automatically captured first email used. Right? So once anybody or your colleagues or your sources line, your own line, does the registration and you not get it, the person should not try to use a different email address again. Because the other one already exists. So all the person has to do is go through the process. Now, if the person is finding it difficult, just like what you can complain with the office, I will tell you what to do. I tell you what to do. Okay, please, let's take it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's have Isioma Emmanuel. It is your time now. You have 1 minute.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good
everyone.
afternoon, Isioma. Please, your name, your location, and your question, quickly.
Yeah, my name is Isioma Emmanuel. I've actually registered for PBOs under me, but there was someone I registered recently, and it's been a couple of weeks now, and I've not seen him yet on my matrix. That's on that list of people I've registered. It was my link he used and everything, but I still can't see him when I check my dashboard. So how do I resolve this?
Okay, very quickly, all you have to do is to send us an official mail right now. Send us his email address, your email address, and we will correct that immediately. Tell us that you sent a link to him and he did registrations, and at the end of the day, you can find him on your matrix, and we'll correct that sponsor issue immediately.
Okay, thank you very much. Please,
all right.
Can I get the
Hope you've gotten our email address. Yes, I believe you have.
I've not gotten the email address, please. Can I get it?
I'm gonna drop it on the chat room immediately. So let's have the last caller, Ebele Ojuku. Ebele Ojuku, your time is now. You are our last caller for the day. Please, let's have you in 1 minute.
Yeah, good afternoon. The last but not the least. My name is Ebele Ojuku. My question, I actually dropped it on the chat, but was like it wasn't addressed, so I'm just repeating it. You know, I know there's an upward review of the registration amount this year, but my success line registered last year in October with the old amounts of classic BBO, and she made some sales this month. I hope she also gets her commission because the payment she made last year has not expired. Or does it have to upgrade before she gets that payment, as a bonus or commission? Hello?
Okay, Ebele Ojuku, please, can you go on with your question again? Please, can you be brief about it? I didn't really get what you were saying.
Okay, what I said is that I noticed there's an upward review on the registration fee in recent time, but last year for that classic go, I think it's at 7,650. That was my success line paid. But I know it has not expired. It has to be 1 year before she reactivates that. So if she makes sales now, I hope she still be paid for her commission.
Mr. Ebelechuku, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with the account. So long as she has renewed her membership, a classic gold of 52,650 remains a classic gold as of today. We've talked about that in one of our sessions. The rank and packages remain the same if you have achieved that via registrations. So, so long as she has renewed her accounts and she's active, she will be paid. The only way she will not be paid if we check the accounts and she has not renewed, whether it was on 36,000 or the 50,000 right now. So far, she registered with the Classic Gold package previously, she remains a Classic Gold. Is that clear?
Thank you.
Thank you. I think this will be all for today. We would really like to cover all of the questions, but trust me, this class, this session, this event is coming back again to the timeline. And please watch out for the next event because it's still going to be educative, interesting. Yeah, we are going to continue next week as a matter of fact. So watch out for the next link, watch out for the next event next week. By this time next week, 1 p.m., don't miss it. This is going to help you in the business. This is going to help you in the PWAN Business Opportunity. Yes, we like to sign up. Yes, we like to recruit someone. Yes, we like to achieve that rank. But there are so many information you need to have well within your arsenal. There are so many information you need to have to also transfer them to your teams. So this is really important. It's not the usual presentations we normally have on Sundays. This is really important. Please tell someone to tell someone because we are passing out a vital information every week and Friday, 1 p.m. So stay tuned for the next link. And thank you so much for being a part of this event today. With me here, I have Precious. Precious, please say hello.
Hello, PBOs. Hope you enjoyed this section today. Thank you very much. We're expecting you next week, Friday.
All right, and to all our esteemed PBOs, thank you so much for being here. Bring your questions very next week I will address. My name is Simon. See you on Sunday.
Hello, Mr. Simon.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Mr. Simon.
Yes, Mr. President.
Is it possible for us to leave this section on for at least a minute so they can go through the responses that have been sent to them via the chat section? For those of them who have on the chat section.
Very possible.
Thank you very much.
This is the chat.
Oh yeah, not for me. Oh, another one do for me. Madam, madam, I beg, better not keep you.
I want to believe all questions on the chat sections have been responded to. Please go through them to get your response. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you all.